This is Gertrude here in Wellington, New Zealand. Today I am going to touch on video number 31. And this video was inspired by a friend of mine who is not feeling very well in New Mexico. She is recovering from a health issue, just came out of surgery a couple of days ago. And I want to let you know that I'm there with you in spirit, even if I can't be there to give you a big hug right now. And having gone through my own journey with health issues this year, I can fully relate to how you're feeling. One of the things that you have to remember when you have gone through some surgery or a major illness is to be gentle with yourself and be patient with yourself, and just know that your body is healing. Although it might be slow, it might be painful, it might feel like it's taking forever, cell by cell, your body is self-healing. One of the things that I try to focus on was to remember how when I cut my finger sometimes, when I'm chopping vegetables or something in the kitchen, I will look at where the scar was a week or two later, and the scar or the wound is completely healed. That's very visible. But for wounds that you can't see, it feels like nothing is happening. You're flat on your back. You are frustrated. And because I know you and just how able-bodied you are constantly on the go. You're one of those people with so much energy, always on your feet. And I know the surgery is on your feet right now, and your feet have been taken away from you for a little while. So maybe this was a sign for you to perhaps slow down, take care of yourself a little bit more, stop going full throttle, and you are flat on your back, feeling helpless, feeling worthless. And it's just part of the healing process. Unfortunately, you can't do it by being on your feet again. Medication doesn't help. I know you're on a lot of painkillers right now. So try and sleep. Try and sleep, because every time you sleep, you take your mind off the pain. You take your mind off the fact that you can't get up and do the things that you used to do. So sleep, again, is one of the best medicines when you're not feeling well. One of the things you have to remember is that all situations are temporary. They say the only constant in life is change. So minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, there is a change in your health condition. You have to believe that. And this is just a temporary situation where you find yourself flat on your back and unable to do all the things that you've done before. So just close your eyes and just remember to be still and to tune into that magnificent power that you have within your body to self-heal. And in that process, visualize yourself healthy again. Visualize yourself back on your feet, doing the things that you love, connecting with your friends, running your business. For now, you just temporarily have to stop and focus on being well. So the lessons that I learned from my illness are plentiful. I learned that I go full throttle. I work at 100 miles an hour. And when I got sick, one of the things the biggest lesson was that I'm not invincible. You know my story. I traveled for under 24 months and went to 19 countries. And at the time, a lot of my friends kept saying, Gertrude, how are you doing this? This is crazy. Slow down. And I thought everybody was mad. I was having so much fun with what I was doing, but it took a big toll on my body to a point where my body couldn't cope. So my illness taught me not to be so batshit crazy. It taught me to slow down. That was my first lesson. And reflecting back now at what I have done, I was in and out of airplanes. I mean, those 19 trips included several stopovers, multiple flights. It's crazy what I did to myself in those 24 months. So that was the first lesson, that I'm not invincible. The second lesson I learned, especially when you've had a near-death experience, is that you have no control over this thing called life. No control whatsoever. I remember feeling my breath leaving my body and trying to catch it, and coming to a point where I realized that I actually had no control whatsoever. So right now, you're lying on your bed, listening to me talking to you. Just take in that breath and breathe it in and breathe it out, because that's the one thing that you still have control over right now. While your body is healing, you can still control your breath. So focus on that. The third thing that I learned was to reach out to other people, just like what you did this morning when you were feeling low and you got in touch with me. And I hope I managed to poke you up in some small little way and make you feel better. But sometimes just being alone, without talking to someone, without connecting with someone else, can make it worse. And I know you have a lot of people who adore you and love you. So reach out to your friends. We're here for you. I know I'm in New Zealand. I'm thousands of miles away. I can't be there to put my arms around you and give you a hug, but I can give you a virtual hug, and I can give you support from a distance. So reach out to your friends, reach out to your family. Let the people who care for you now. And I know, and I have met your amazing children. Let them take over for you right now. Let them run around and do all the chores in the house that you would normally do. Let them cook for you. Let them pamper you. I know you do it better, but you have done a good job in caring for your kids. Now let them do a little bit in terms of caring for you. And that was the one thing that I got from my children when I got sick. They not only came behind me in a physical sense, it was emotional, it was financial. My kids literally held me in the palm of their hands and nurtured me until I got well. And learn to lean on your partner, on your husband, on that significant other who's in your life. Let them do what they can do to help you heal. When I met my fiance, he started massaging my feet first thing in the morning before he went to work. He started using reflexology to help bring my blood pressure down. And before I knew it, I was off the blood pressure medication. So small little things. He has healed me with his hands. I keep saying to him, he has magic hands. Touch is healing. So a lot of times when you hear about people who go to faith healers and they lay their hands on people, physical touch in itself is extremely healing. So allow your husband to do that for you right now. So I learned a lot of lessons when I got ill. I also learned who my real friends were. So this might be a time for you to start screening the people who are around you. Sometimes we have people around us who are just takers, who will take from you until they suck the lifeblood out of you and never give anything back. So maybe this is a time for you to weed out some of those friends or so-called friends who you do so much for. And I know you do a lot for a lot of people. And this is probably a time for you to just reflect and start screening who you have in your camp and seeing the people who really have your back and learning to say no to things. You and I are so similar in what we do. So just learn to screen and eliminate certain people in your life who are not adding any value. So this is Gertrude here in Wellington, New Zealand. Sorry, I got distracted because I was getting a Skype call there. I love you. I love you. I love you. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to heal. And I am here for you. Anytime you want, call me. So this is a message for anybody out there who's not feeling well. Physical illness is frustrating, especially if you have been an able-bodied and active person. It's not easy to stop. Love you, Ada. Thank you for inspiring this message today. So if any of you out there are looking for a life coach, if you're looking for a business coach, a mentor, a book midwife, and you want to publish your own book, get in touch with me. I'd love to hear from you. Inbox me with all of your questions. Inbox me if you just need to call and talk to somebody to support you through something that you're experiencing right now. I'll catch up with all of you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Mm-hmm.